trying it again. I'm just fed up with it. I brought a different speaker because I was prepared for that to piss me off.
Line in mode.
Okay. Thank you.
It's so funny. I missed it. They made her drop her banana. It's snapped right in half. It's so funny.
Should probably eat the banana.
Yeah, you just need to not say.
It's hard. If you smell your feed has banana in it. Yeah, horses walking around. She's gonna put her lip up. She's going, somebody will eat it if she doesn't. Hi, Yankee. Well, nice of you to stick around. What are you sticking around for? It's your turn today. I locked the gate. I didn't lock the gate, did I? I just walked through and. Sorry about that.
Don't come in here.
Oh, I came up with even a better plan. Okay, we're all gonna meet at the barn. Okay, I'm gonna ask for 2 volunteers. We're gonna kick one person out of the barn. Then we're gonna go over what the puzzle is. And then that person has to be the one that tells the person who doesn't know what to do how to do it. Like we did with, right? And then we'll go over kind of what happened, what went wrong, what didn't go wrong, whatever. That way everybody can be involved, and it's actually quite, it's entertaining. We'll go, right? And then we'll go get an actual horse and see how it applies to the horse. But it'd be cool because the person won't know, so it'll be just like the horse not knowing, and the person can't use words. You have to make the horse do it, or the person do it without speaking. Well, and makes you realize how, without being able to use a spoken word, we actually have a hard time communicating with body language and intention. You're not afraid of him anymore, are you? Okay. Doing what? Okay. Yeah. Are you familiar with the clover pattern in writing? Okay. So I'll probably do it wider, but if you You want me to take her so I can explain them to you? Will you take her so I can show her what I want her to do? She's too busy working on the horse. So what you're going to do with her, so this is going to be a leading exercise. This is going to be a leading and direction exercise. So it's going to be like using your turn signals on the car. So she's going to be beside you where she's supposed to be, where her neck meets her shoulder. Then together you're going to come through here. You can choose when you make this decision to get between these two cones which one you're going to do. Are you going to do the turn signal to the right? Or are you going to do the draw to the left? Okay? What this is, I'm going to probably have to make it wider for you, but it's, so you're going to come through, let's just say you choose this way. So this is a draw. This is where you're going to pull her with your hip to stay with you. You're going to tell her to go out and around you. Then you're going to come through here, turn. Then you're going to come through here, same, come through here, same turn. That's a clover leaf. Okay? Then, after you've done all 4 cones, then you're going to come through and you're going to do this turn. Here, do this turn. Come through here, do this turn. And then stop in the middle. But I'm going to make it a little bit wider for you so you have a little more room for it to go wrong. And a little more time walking together to... Now, she's gotten pretty good about leading where she's supposed to be. But you're still going to have to nag at her to get with you. Okay? Yeah, I was going to say, maybe if you just ask her to get out of your space and then stand quietly out of your space. Okay, so, but if she falls behind, put your hand forward first, kiss second, so hand forward, 1,000, kiss, 1,000, put energy behind you, 1,000 with the extra piece of rope. So the other part of the rope's going to be in this hand, and you're literally just going to kind of like, you're going to toss it behind you, not behind you like that, but behind you across the back of you. So it'll tap her when it lands. Okay. Well, it's early and brisk. Big yawn. If you want, I can show you what I'm talking about. If you want to just give it a whirl based on those descriptions. Yeah? Okay. Or does Mom want to do it? Did you hear what I had to say? You're too busy. I've got the umbilical cord now. Wait, listen to me. Listen to me. Hey, go that way. Go that way. Yep. Okay. Yep. So I'm just trying to get her in position with stuff she already understands. Yep. Go ahead. Good. She's like, I threatened you last time. I don't want to get too close to you. Good. Okay. So walk with her. If she's next to you like she should be, you're gonna just allow her. Now here's where you send her out. So it's circle. Then you're gonna fall in back together. If she falls behind, you're going to tell her she needs to catch up. Here's where you're going to send her out. So you can take smaller steps. She covers the bigger ground. Make a P. Of a pull with your, pulling her with my hip and she's responding. Ask her to catch up. Ask her to go more around than me. She trots. I'm not mad about her trotting. We will be more particular at another time. So now this is where she falls more behind you and you do more of the work. And you're going to tell her nose to make the turn. You're okay. No, it has nothing to do with the cone. But thank you. And that's a nice offer. So she's falling behind, which gives her a chance to maybe think about nipping my shoulder or my bicep there. Tell her no is good. Yeah, we're just gonna go forward. But thank you for thinking sideways each time. Good girl. So in that case, I would take her a little bit further out, right? So we don't let her be wrong for something she thought she understood. Now I'm using my opposite signal this time just because I want to make sure that I can make this hand as neutral as possible. And then you're gonna hoe, and I'll even make it a full end by doing one backup step. And then let her know she did a good job. Okay? I would go a little wide. Okay, so her main line is pretty itchy, so we're going to use that. I would go a little wide, especially on the right turns. You can hug the cone yourself, but what I would do on the left turns is I would even go a little wide myself so that I have room. So I have room to make her really feel me draw. Like if I almost step on the cone, I don't have that room. So if I come out to here, I can kind of make her feel the draw. Okay. That's what I wanted you to feel. Right, what you just did. I trust you. If I trust you, you have to be honorable. Right? Okay. You gonna need Good. And then give her a rub once you get in there so she knows that that's all she was being told to do. Good. I don't care if you choose your left turns or your right turns first, but then you're going to just keep making that turn until you come back through the middle. She does more work than you on the left turn. And in fact, what I'm going to actually have you do, oh no, you can do it. You can just send her ahead. So her head would actually be here and your hand would be ahead of her because you're going to send her ahead of you around that turn. Yep. 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 Good. 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 And now just walk together. Put your hand down so that way, yep, so you're neutral. And then now you can activate your hand and tell her she needs to pay attention to what your hand is telling her. So kiss for, if she falls behind, you want to kiss. Because if you let her get behind you, she's going to sash you. Yep, kiss, 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 kiss. So she's back up with you. There you go. Good, now relax. Good. 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 Now we're going to change turns. So now you can. So what I would like to do is I'd like to incorporate the word easy, even though she's not going so fast that the word easy would be necessary, but we're going to be able to give her a little bit of a definition of it because now that when you come back out of here, she might come at that same pace, right? So we're going to have to tell her to slow down somehow. And instead of always wiggling, let's give her a word. So we're going to wiggle and say easy because she understands the wiggle. She's never heard the word easy before. And then we're going to, if she responds, we're going to stop wiggling. So that way she knows that that was the answer to the word. And then, so you're going to keep her like tight to you, not close to you this way, tight to you so you have access to her nose. Okay. I used this hand. We'll do that this time. Next time we'll try to do the turn signal with the hand that's closest to her. Yep. 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 Yes. Good. Remember, we're going to go a little wide because she thinks sideways. Don't make her wrong for that. So she just thinks she knows what she's supposed to be doing. And make sure it comes across like you're telling her what to do more than you're trying to just challenge her to try to bite you. Tell her to go forward. Tell her to go forward. Yep, now go. Just give her a sense of direction. Use the other hand for this time around. There you go. Yep. But try to do it without having to get out in front of her to do it. Just put your hand across you. Like your hands like your shoulders in a sling, you know. Put your hand across your chest. So you want to kind of be able to do it like this instead of kind of out in front of her, because what's out in front of her is causing you to kind of turn. So I want you to do your best to direct her nose where, because her nose should be right here in those turns. Okay, you should be able to still see her whole head because you're also going to be pivoted enough to look at her. She needs to be definitely going slower than you for it to work out. Okay, that was good though. So we'll do that whole. You didn't finish it in. I think you only did 2. Yeah, it's raining. Well, I don't think it's supposed to actually rain. Yes, yes, and then just don't make it personal. Don't make it look like you're trying to pick, like, pick a fight with her. Tell her to keep going. This is your important. It's important for you. Wiggle if she gets too far ahead of you, so you have to manage the speed. So see how she's kind of like trying to figure out what she was supposed to do. We want you to feel like you've got a plan. You're going somewhere. I need you to turn here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to do it in a, if she turns her head, leave her alone, right? Like, so you can do the turn signal the whole time if she just seems to not get it. But if she seems to get it when you go like this and she makes that turn, then leave her alone. Stop activating your turn signal. If she goes to go straight again, then say, no, I need to. Then wiggle her out of your space. So tell her to get out of your space. Protect your personal space. There you go. Or I don't come. Somehow you got on this cone, and then you're gonna come up. So we're gonna go wide so she doesn't think she has to do that. You're gonna go across the front through, like, towards the shed. Yep. Yep. See, now you didn't have to, keep wagging your hand in her face. So I want you to just do it as it's necessary, so that way we don't look like we're trying to challenge her. Wiggle to slow her down. Don't you catch up to her. She has to slow down for you. There you go. There you go. Back her out of your space. There you go. Still want to, like, make a point, like exclamation point on it, make her back up a little bit more after you've made your point. But you don't go towards her. She needs to get more out of your space. There you go. Okay. Now you've just punctuated what you had to do. Okay. But I would. Okay. So we're gonna come back through the middle here. So you can. Okay. Yep. So that way you can close in beside her. Yep. And now close in beside her. Yep. There you go. Yep. Tell her to go. Yep. Tell her to go. There you go. Good. Ho. Good. Give her a little scratch. Good. She's just trying to, like, it's play, but it's dominance play, right? She is just trying to play with you because she doesn't really have a relationship of understanding yet whether or not you're an authority. But by doing more of that, you're telling her you do. So I would say that we need to practice, especially the right turns. Yep, good, good. Yep, make her take that foot back. Good, good. See, now she's asking you a question. Now you've just gave her an impression that you might be somebody she should listen to. Okay, so I would suggest we do that a couple times both directions. And making sure that if she gets a chance to skip behind you, you know that you're going to get yourself into trouble with her. So it's your job to keep her next to you so you know what she's, because you don't want her behind you going, because that's what she's doing, right? She does it to you too. Well, she did. She handled it well. you protected yourself. I felt like she,
I didn't think she was in trouble. I think if she didn't do
that she could have gotten herself into trouble. Mom got all upset over here.
I know.
In a mom way. In a mom way. Like, protect my baby! She's like, why aren't you moving? Go help my baby! I'm happy you handled it the way you handled it. I can't rescue you all the time. I'll try not to get you in trouble. Okay, so she has to get beside you. So ask her to over to you. Just a snap for her tail end to come to you. Yep, here she's thinking about it. So you're going to redirect her nose. So that hand just suddenly, yep, just suddenly says no, that has nothing to do with your nose. Yep, yep. Get her nose out of your face. Yep, over. So you want to give her the benefit of the doubt. She just lost her head for a second and thought you wanted her to bite your hand. Unfortunately, with the babies, we just have to redirect the bad behavior as opposed to correct it because they don't really know it's bad behavior. She's got a lot of lean towards you, so I feel another step coming in your direction soon. See how she's kind of up over her knees? There you go. Good. She's got an itch. Hold on. Oh, good girl. Good girl. Direct her nose, though. Yes. Now over her again with her tail. Good girl. Give her a little scratch. Good girl. And I think it's going to be key for you today to make sure you find a scratch spot that she really likes. There you go. This way you guys can, there's something in it for her too. Okay. And begin. Yep. Good. Yep, she does most of the work here. Yep, 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 yep. We're gonna come around the phone closest to us. Yep, yep, yep. She has to work. Tell her to go. Don't wait on her. Tell her to go. Tell her to go. Tell her to go. Wait. If she's up with you, okay, so if she's up with you, so what's happening, let me just borrow for a second. So what's happening is you're waiting on her. You're kind of like watching the movie, okay? So I'm gonna kind of let you see what it looks like from my perspective watching you. You're kind of going, like waiting for her to respond instead of saying, get up here. See, I'm not giving her a chance to get distracted. Oh. Now, because I was really loud with her just now, my pet is not a vigorous scratch reward. It's a, see, that's all we had to do, right? It's more to soothe the moment than it is to keep the energy high. So that's when I would never go, and turn it into a big scratch. I'll say, see? And that gives them a chance to lick and chew, which she already did. Good. Now, if you thought your timing has to be precise. If she's doing this next to you and you feel it coming at you, meet her halfway with the back of your hand. Meet her right here at this piece right here. Okay? Because if you hit her up here in any way, it's not going to be effective to explain it to her mouth that it's mouth that's doing something wrong. But a little nostril flare there for a second. She's like, but I don't want you to really smack her on this soft tissue of her nose. So right where the buckle is, or the fixture, or the fitting, whatever it would be called. You know what I mean. Okay. But the trick is going to be I would rather see her trot than be behind you. But I would also make sure that if she trots, you manage that she doesn't go past you. So I was preparing to set her up for it, right? And I do that with dogs. I do that with horses. Like, I'll say, okay, you've been thinking about biting me, so let's make it something we're both in, we're both at the game together, right? Because it's always her game. That didn't work out for her, right? When we're in the game together, I might win, but she gets to win when we're not in the game together. See? And then I trust her. You gotta trust her best you can. Protect you, but trust her the best you can. Okay. Whichever one you want to. Gonna get her out and around. Anything. Yep. Yep. Good. 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 Yep. Keep her at that where she is right now. Send her. Yep. There. Perfect. Perfect. If she. You let her push you to that other cone. Go straight through the middle. You go straight through the middle and make her count. Or you're gonna get yourselves in trouble. And I want you physically to catch up. Don't let her get behind you because she's gonna sash you. Well, that's because she's able to push her. That's what's happening. Tell her to make her path. Your path is dead straight to me. Get her beside you. You have to come straight to me. You have to lead her forward so she knows she's supposed to go. Yep. Yep. That hand can tell her knows what to do. That hand tells her what to do with her feet. You can tap her. Her nose turn it. Make sure it's a tap of I'm telling you what to do versus hey, pretty horse. There you go. Yep. Yep. There you go. Good. Take her out away from it because if you we're doing those turns, right? Right? Is that what turns were we doing? She should have gone. So my fault. Yeah. Calling you. I want to make sure your path, regardless, the horse has to do what you do. She's supposed to mirror you. You don't mirror her. And don't let her, you ever driving down the road and have somebody starting to come in your lane that pushes you into the shoulder? Well, she's pushing you into the shoulder and you're going, okay, I'll go in the shoulder instead of, excuse me, right? Right? You're driving already, so you kind of know. Maybe it hasn't happened to you yet, but... Okay, so that's what she's doing. Now, imagine that other driver is actually deliberately trying to shove you out of the lane because they want that lane. She's deliberately pushing you, even though she doesn't know why she is. She's just doing it because she's seeing where you guys rank together. And as long as you always say, no, this is my path, that's your path. My lane, your lane. And make her get back to the lane if she starts to push you. Push her back out. So plan your path and then insist that she stay in her, so you both should have a parallel path together. Imagine lanes in the road. You're in your lane, she needs to stay in her lane. So tell her to get in her lane and then keep her in her lane, whatever it takes. Yeah, and keep her going, so that way when you guys get stalled, she doesn't have, because what's happening when you're getting stalled is you're spending a lot of time trying to tell her knows what to do, but now you're more effective. Before you were just kind of making noise, but not really being effective. But then when you made it more deliberate, she was like, oh, okay. Then kiss to go, so she knows what to do with her feet. Okay, so she actually did exactly what you told her to do. Okay, because we're going to try to stop the pulling back part, because you tried to stop her by pulling back, but when you pulled back, you gave her the impression she's supposed to move her tail. Did it? She's like, oh, and since you're standing there, so she was coming to me for her butt scratch. But you asked it, and then she followed up with wanting me to do something. You need a seat? You can bounce it right under her nose if you need to slow her down. Is that what you mean? Yeah, you can. You could be her nose, her neck, her shoulder, whatever part of her is getting in your space. You know, tell her get out of my lane. But be that like you're going to have a car accident. Be that urgent about it. You know, get out of my lane. What are you doing? Get out of my lane, right? So that way she's not already in your lane. You're already on the rumble strips. Now you're in the grass before you honk your horn, right? I know, baby. That was because of me. I'm not gonna scratch you right now. So tell her nose has to turn towards the gate in order to do the oval. Yep, yep. Good, 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 good. And give her a scratch, because a lot of that, there was a lot of conversation just happened there, right? You had to say, excuse me, that's not what we're doing right now. I'd like you to listen to me, right? So you handled that very well. I don't want you to get where it's necessary. I want you to be very firm with her. I don't want you to get to where that's how you always handle her. You know, if you can politely say, I'd like you to turn, that's what we want. But right now, as she's being sassy, we're going to use the energy we need. Pretty girl. Good. Guys I work with. No, you're gonna come up in this cone. Yeah, so you're gonna do all your left turns. So this cone through, that cone through. We can stop in the middle after you do the 3 cones. So you have 3 cones to do, and you already did the one closest to the barn. Yeah, tell her to keep up. Don't just watch her. Right, so you're going to give her the impression that she's almost being sent out on a lunging circle. You can drive her from the shoulder if you need to. So you're gonna send her forward, and then you can drive her. So I would go ahead and say send her with the opposite hand to keep. Yep, and then keep the other stuff in your right hand as support. Off of you, second, you can drive her from the shoulder. Okay, so when you get here, you're gonna go. If she does good, then you're gonna try to get into neutral, putting your hand down in neutral so that there's nothing guiding her. Then you're gonna guide her around you again. Okay. Good. And then when you have to get real firm with her, just make sure that it's, everything she does is responded to with correct. See, just didn't bite me. I'd love you, right? Because if she never gets the wash off, she's gonna start making an opinion about you. Yep. But now you got to make sure this hand really truly leads ahead. So you're gonna have to be a little bit turned. Yep. Yep. She's gonna hold on. She's gonna need a lot of line for that. She's actually, I mean, other than the sassing, she's actually a really, really good girl. You know, she could be wild. And this is all normal, what she's doing. Good. You're going to go straight through, and then you're going to go to the cone closest to the road. Nope. So, already did this one. You have to, should have just made,
Oh, and
yeah, these, I think you did that one. And then I don't know.
this flow.
It really shouldn't be.
But it, you know,
Because you guys are getting twisted around so much that you're getting lost in it.
so we started
Here, you went around this one. Then you should have gone around this one. You got stuck. Because you came, I think you came on the inside of this one, and then asked questions and things started to go wrong. So this is the one that we were supposed to come
because you got lost.
right here. Remember? She started to go, you guys cut in. So next thing you know, you're on this side, and that's where we were just talking. So then that's why you were lost.
So she should have gone around this one and go straight down the road.
Straight to that other paddock. Plan to go to the house, and then stop.
Then we're gonna back up one step, and then we're gonna go
Again, and we're going to do the other turn. See, people don't even realize how valuable learning how to lead your horse really is. And how not easy it really can be. Yes. Go towards the paddock, the other paddock. Yes. Yes. And then come back toward, yes. And plan on your path always being dead center of the two cones. Her to join you. Good, good, yes. Yes, there you go. That was beautiful. Nope, keep going straight. Keep going straight. Because you just did So, anytime you do a cone, you're going to come out and around it, and then go back across the middle. Around this cone, and then you go back across the middle. And then that cone, and then go
across the middle, and then that one.
and then across the middle. So every time you have to cross the middle. Hurdle with this silly little car. Little car's a little go-kart. It goes around the back of the houses and comes over. Yeah. Good. Good. Yep. Straight through the middle. All the way to the road. All the way to the road. Yep. There you go. There you go. There you go. Good. Yep. Yep. Tell her to keep going. Tell her to keep going. Don't let her decide that she... Oh, wait. She's got to pee. Hold on. It's pretty traditional. She pees and poops almost every lesson. And it comes... The pee comes onto her fast. She's like, oh, I gotta... Pretty girl. She's so pretty. If she does really get pretty gray, she's gonna be a really pretty horse.
If you ever get rid of her.
No, because I don't want to scare you. Because I know I've said it enough times where you're just like, all right, it's not a funny game anymore. So just have her go around that cone again so you can go across the middle. Drive her away. There you go. Drive her away. There you go. Good. Yep, that's a good use of your energy. Good. Now, go straight across. Straight across. There you go. There you go. Yep. Go straight through the middle. Now she's going to get distracted because she's got him on her mind. Straight through, plan. Get her out of your space. So you're going to protect your space before she's already got you in the rumble strips. Good. There you go. Good. Give her a little scratch. Good. So anytime you don't have to really turn up the heat, a good scratch is good. Anytime you have to turn up the heat, a nice calming rub is nice. And anytime you have to be corrective, you want to give her a little bit of a wash off. You know, like you want to wipe what you just did off. Okay, now you're going to do the turns that are potentially aggravating her. Okay, so you're going to do the same exact thing, but just the other way. But we're going to make sure that if we do this and she turns her head, or do this and she turns her head, we're going to make sure she moves forward, she'll follow her nose. So we're not going to continue. Good girl. Just give her a little scratch to stop her. Good. Okay. So if she's turned her head, we're not going to keep telling her to turn her head. We're just going to tell her to go. If she starts to go straight or something, don't scratch her this time. Okay. You're going to do the exact same pattern, just the other way. So these are going to be the turn signal turns. Yep. Yes. Now, yeah, I figured out what you're. Good. 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 And she went right in. You see how she knew what her job was? She went right into doing what she's supposed to do. Yeah, don't wait on her. Tell her what to do. Because the more you let her ask, well, is it up for discussion, the more she's going to bring you to the discussion table. Come towards this one. Yep. 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 Now this is where you would choose for her to slow down more than let her run. There you go. More than let her run. Instead of pulling her back, you're going to wiggle, because pulling her back could pull her on you. Do you notice how when you pull her back, her nose comes in? Okay, so instead of doing that, you're going to create energy with a wiggle. It won't pull her nose in. You're pulling her nose in. Give her something to do. There you go. Slow her down, because you got to make the tight turns for you. Don't chase around her. Slow her down. Yep, and turn her. There you go. There you go. There. She listened very well right there. But then she got a little lost. Tell her to keep going. Tell her to keep going. Tell her to keep going. No, she did a good job. Yep. Straight through the middle. To the cone body. There. Good. Now that made sense to her. Good. She's like, I know that sound. That means I'm almost done. Yep. Keep her going. Keep her going. She doesn't have, it's not up for discussion. Yep. You didn't give her a turn that time. You just relied on her turning. Good. Hope. Good. Give her a little scratch. We'll let her also do that. So on that last turn, you didn't really tell her what to do. You just kind of relied on getting in her space and causing her to go into the rumble strokes. Okay? Which it worked out. But we don't want her pushing us, so we don't want to push her to communicate. So we want to make sure that our communication is always language and not just getting in their space and forcing them away. Did you feel good about that? Get her out of your space completely. Just tell her, you don't have to do it rudely, just tell her to get out of your space. Like if she's biting you, yes, be loud. Okay. But if you're just telling her to get out of your space, do it as quietly as you can. So that way, now ask her to take another step backwards as quietly as you can. Okay. This way, you can, but I wanted her out of your space so she'd stop trying to play with you. So it's up to you. You have 10 minutes. Do you want to keep going, or are you happy with that? Because I liked those turns, because those are the turns you actually were having the most trouble with. Yep, yep, good. Now that's right there is exactly what I want you both to be with her. Like, don't wait until she's taken 3 steps into your space to go, oh, you're not supposed to do that. And she's going to go, well, why didn't you? She's going to go, but I was allowed to do this, and why didn't you tell me sooner? If you tell her when she's thinking about it, that's even better. If you suspect she's coming up and that knee's about to get bent, and you can say, no, you're going to stay right where you are, she'll rock back and say, okay. But if you wait until she's all in your space, now you're having a different conversation. Any thoughts, Mom? I think she did great. Okay. 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 Yeah, there's days if we're working on something that you think you'd like to give it a whirl, I don't care if you guys jump in and out on each other, that's fine. You both have to be able to handle her. So are you doing a lesson with Lady, or are we not doing anything? Okay. Okay. Yankee had fun last time. He had fun learning how to relax. You see how he was almost like, hey, are you here for me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I would send her through the gate and then let her halter off. Either that or let her halter off in there, but don't just disconnect her, and then we can let her out. Whichever, I don't care how you let her out. Doesn't matter. Whether you're loose right here or just out and let her. Yep. Turn her back around so her butt goes away from you before you turn her halter off. There you go. Good. And then always know where the horse is likely to want to run to. Like there, you don't want to let her out yet because the gate's open, and that's where she's telling you she wants to go. But for example, if Lady and Yankee are over there,
I'll give his root marker for you. Sorry.
okay. So listen before. So let's just say Lady and Yankee are over there. Be aware that that's where she's going to want to try to go. So I would